Hi crocheters of the world, in this tutorial we will work together on this, let's say cape or I don't know, kind of wrap. Yes, kind of wrap. So yes, it is knitted. It is not crochet. But this is not a problem because it's really easy. You can also crochet it. Oh, for God's sake, you can crochet it. I have actually on my channel the same stitch, which is the seed stitch, moss stitch or seed stitch. On my channel I have the tutorial on how to crochet it, so you can choose to crochet it. If you don't want to, just give it a try to this one. So it is knitted, but it is really easy. The moss stitch is a double seed stitch actually. It looks gorgeous, it looks fantastic, but it is so very easy. It is only 4 rows repeat, actually 2 rows repeat I can say, but you will see in the tutorial. Now let me tell you that I work this of course with a yarn from our boutique. It's the Stonewash XL, a very lovely yarn. It's like the wool, so nice, so beautiful, so soft and cozy. Now I use about 350 grams of this yarn, and I worked it with 5mm knitting needles. Okay, it is easier for me to say. It comes actually crochet hook. Okay, so knitting needle this time, and I really love it. I really love it. So if you want to join me, let's get started. So first of all, I just want to show you how to work this stitch, even if it is a very easy stitch. So for lots of you that you are knitters too, it's something that you already know very well. But for other, maybe it's a stitch that can be a beginner stitch. So can be the stitch to choose to begin to knit because it is really easy. It is all knit and purl. Okay, so let's see how. It is a multiple of 2 or a even number multiple. There's no need to to put a number of stitches. It's okay if you put a even number of stitches. So first of all we will begin with the slip knot, and for the slip knot we just do it exactly as for the crochet. Okay, we insert the needle here and we need a long tail. Sorry, I will use the long tail cast on, so just leave a nice and long tail. I won't need a very long tail here because here I will only show you how to work the stitch. I will only cast on 12 stitches, 10 to 12 stitches, I don't know, so I don't need a very long tail, but you just put a nice and long tail, leave a nice and long tail. So again, slip knot like this. In the middle we have it like this, and this is the long tail, so this comes from like this. Okay, we have something like this. We pull up this loop and we pull this, the long tail, we just need to pull it. Okay, now we have it on our knitting needle. We take it like this. This is the long tail. With this one we actually cast on the stitches like this. Okay, and we just go. I have a tutorial on how to cast on with the long tail, so just go ahead and watch it. Now this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Okay, so 12 for me it's enough just to show you how to work it. We have 4 repeating rows. Actually there are 2 plus 2, and let me show you why there are 2 plus 2. First repeating is knit, purl, knit, purl. So knit, purl is the sequence. So this is first knit, second purl, knit and purl till the end. Okay, So that's why I said it's beginner friendly, because it is only knit and purl and you can just work as slow as you want. Okay, it's just knit and purl. You have to pay attention, obvious, but it's really easy. It's such a gorgeous stitch. Okay, knit and purl. And this is what we have. This is our first row. Now after we finish the first row, we have something like this. I just want to show you how to identify the knit and the purl stitches. Into the very first row it's a little bit more difficult, but from the second, believe me, it's really easy. Now this is this bump here, horizontal small thing. Oops. Okay, this is actually the purl stitch, and this small V here like stitch, this one is the knit stitch, this one, so it's like some V, and this is purl and this is knit. Okay, let's go ahead and work our second row. Is just we just repeat the first row, so we knit and purl, knit what we knitted into the first row and purl what we purled into the first row. So we just knit and purl, knit and purl. It's like a 1 and 1 or 1 plus 1 elastic border. Okay, it's knit and purl. Okay, from the second we will switch. We will just a little bit switch the pattern. So this is what we have right now. As I said, it's like a 1 plus 1 border, elastic border. Okay, so it's knit, purl, knit, purl. Now you can just see very well the difference between the two. So this is the purl with these bump horizontal things here. So exactly where it finishes the stitch, you have this. Okay, when you where you finish the stitch over the needle is a V, and this is because we have a knit stitch. Okay, this is the difference. Okay, second row from the 4 rows to repeat. The second row begins with a purl, so we just switch. We purl and knit. This is the sequence to repeat. That's all. So instead of knit, purl, we purl and knit. So we begin by purling the very first one and we knit the next. So we purl where we knitted and we knit where we purled into the very first 2 rows. Okay, so that's it. Purl and knit, purl and knit. And when we begin with a purl, we always finish with a knit. When we begin with a knit, we finish with a purl. Okay, 4th row is repeating the 3rd row. So it is so stupidly simple. So which means we will purl. Let's go, purl, purl, and here it is, knit, purl and 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 knit. Okay, this is what we have. Perfect. Can you see it? This is it. Okay, now 4 rows repeating section we have. Now we will just repeat this. So let us begin again with the first row, which means we will knit and purl, 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 knit and purl. Okay, first row knit and purl. Second, we just repeat the first. So we will turn, knit and purl, knit and purl. So we knit where we knitted, we purl where we purled for the first 2 stitches, for the second row. The first row is knit and purl. The second row is knit where you knit, purl where you purled. Okay, or repeat the first row. When we begin into the first and into the second row, we begin with a knit, we finish with a purl. Okay, this is the second. Now let's go with the third, and into the third we just switch. We purl and knit. So now we will purl where we knitted and we knit where we purled. We begin with a purl, which means we will finish with a knit. So purl and knit here over the purled 2. Okay. Purl and knit. And now let me just show you, this is the third. We know that the fourth is repeating the third row, and that's all. Okay, now what I want to show you is how to cast off. Actually, so we began with a purl, we will finish with a knit. Okay. Now we will always finish, so cast off, bind off, always bind off in a second or fourth rows of the repeating sequence. So second or fourth. Now I am into a fourth row. I will just bind off in this fourth row. So you can bind off in the second or in the fourth row. Now this is purled. I will purl. So I will just normally work my fourth row, only that I will bind off 2. I have my first 2, I will pass the first over the second and let it go. Okay, this is purled, I will purl it. And of course bind off. This is knit, I will knit and bind off. This is purl, I will purl and bind off. This is knit, I will knit and bind off. This is purl, so I will purl and bind off. This is knit, I will knit it and bind off. Purl, where you purl and bind off. Oops. Okay. Knit where you have to knit and bind off. So you actually work in pattern. Okay, purl, and the last one is a knit, so I will knit and bind off the last one too, and cut the yarn. You can also make a kind of slip knot, so you can be sure. Okay, this is my small sample. This is the stitch that we will apply in our look at it. It's so easy, it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love it. You have to give it a try. Even if you are a crocheter, you have to give it a try. Okay, now let's see how many stitches I put, the length of mine, the width of mine, and how actually to finish with that beautiful knot. Okay, so now let's talk about measures. So I casted on 40 stitches. I have a width of 26 centimeters and a length of 120 centimeters. Now of course it's you to decide. I worked with 5 millimeters knitting needles, and it's you to decide the length and the width, obvious. Don't forget that you need an even number of stitches to cast on. That's all. Okay, now just fold in twice in length your shawl. Okay, and then like this. So we have it exactly like this. I fold it in twice. Okay, now take both ends, sorry. Okay, like this. And this one we will just want to twist it. like this. Okay, now I have this one like this and this one like this. I will put, no, just watch, like this, kind of interlocking. Okay, and now just play with this until it's all perfect, until it's all just leveled. Okay, I think I am just ready to sew. And now we will just sew all these together. I have here my needle, okay, in the middle, right in the middle of this, and this is right in the middle of this. So yes, I am ready. So 4 parts we have here, 4 parts we need to sew. Okay, now I go back through all 4 parts. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Just be sure that you have 4 parts. Okay, and now what I will do is just go ahead and sew the parts together. Okay, like this. Just as I said, be sure that it's all put perfectly, even and nice. Okay, that's all. I finished. This is what I have. Of course, I need to put some yarns to wave in the ends, but let me just show you the miracle. I just want to put it like this, and here it is. It's a lovely, oops, okay, here we are. Yes, here we are. It's a lovely, beautiful, just like this and like this. Yes, okay, just beautiful knot. I've seen that the name of this knot is the Venus knot. I don't know if it is true or not, but it is such a lovely knot. Okay, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss another video of mine. And don't forget to take a look on our boutique. You will see so many beautiful yarns as this one. See you at the next tutorial. Bye bye.